And the key here is to realize that as a teacher, you as a teacher, know much more about living in the ordinary world. So you don't think of yourself as an expert about Park Street or Dane County, whatever. How can I do this project when I'm not an expert? But actually, you know a whole lot more about how to participate in the social world than kids do. So that what you're really modeling is how to engage with strangers, and you're modeling how to be respectful, and you're modeling your questions, and you're modeling all kinds of skills that every teacher has. So that the first thing you have to discover is your inner Park Street, as in that you know how to travel, you know how to visit, you know how to interact, that you have a huge amount of cultural capacities in which you can be a guide in doing a cultural study. So it's kind of discovering and unfolding and becoming more and more confident in that capacity to study something where you don't know all the answers and everything. Traditionally, historically, people thought of the Greenbush as being most centered in a triangle area just south of the University of Wisconsin Madison campus, in a triangle of 3 streets, handful of blocks. But also there was no outside limit to it. It's where those people, as that community grew and their relatives, and as people moved out, an expanded space that included all of that. Greenbush has that geographic kind of center point. You could say what is most in the center, and it expanded, but it also became an idea. And then we had somebody come to our class, a woman in her 90s who'd written a book, and she said, "The Greenbush is dead." And my kids were just hurt by that. There was this idea that the Greenbush was a bad place. And when urban renewal money became available, we can improve it. So we improved it by totally bulldozing it, so that in that triangle of these multiple square blocks, there was one tree left standing. And everything else was bulldozed. So my kids would say the Greenbush is dead. But of course, new buildings came and new immigrants live in that triangle area. And whereas the Greenbush is this shifting kind of space, this diaspora of people, the Italian Workmen's Club, still, the Sicilian, Italian people, I mean, those people are dying off, but that memory, so the Greenbush is a memory also. So we studied it from all of those angles. One day, for example, we got on a bus, and our task was to understand the Black experience in the Greenbush and to go talk to people and find. A little bit harder than the Italians, didn't have that kind of key organizational place of the Italian Workmen's Club. But another day, we went out to explore the landscape design in the new Greenbush and work with a landscape architect from the university. So often we did spend a lot of time going out and visiting, interviewing, and doing that. We also did a whole lot of work back in the classroom with the materials we had, and a lot of speakers came in and talked to us. The big ideas and the practice happened together. It wasn't like I had a big idea and then did it, but as I began to do things, I began to see how much more was possible.